Ever wondered how different two English-speaking countries can be? Let's embark on an intriguing journey that will reveal the unseen cultural differences between the United Kingdom and the United States. At first glance, the UK and the USA might appear quite similar. Both countries speak English, share a rich history, and are known for their global influence. But once you delve a little deeper, you'll find a myriad of surprising contrasts that make each country distinct. One of the most noticeable differences is in the realm of social etiquette. In the UK, the act of queuing is almost sacrosanct, an unspoken rule that everyone adheres to. Whether it's at the grocery store or the bus stop, orderly lines are a common sight. But hop across the pond to the USA and you'll find a more relaxed approach. While queuing is still practiced, it's not imbued with the same level of importance. A more subtle yet significant cultural divergence lies in the realm of humor. British humor, often characterized by its dry wit and self-deprecation, is a stark contrast to the more loud and expressive American humor. While Brits may revel in irony and sarcasm, Americans tend to favor humor that is more direct and explicit. And let's not forget the societal values that shape the mindset and behavior of the people in these countries. The British are known for their stiff upper lip, a trait that encapsulates their stoicism and resilience. Meanwhile, the American dream, the belief that anyone can achieve success through hard work, is a testament to the USA's emphasis on individualism and ambition. The cultural norms and traditions in the UK and USA are as diverse as the landscapes that define them. From queuing etiquette to societal values, these differences paint a fascinating picture of two nations that, while sharing a language, are worlds apart in many ways. As we can see, the cultural norms in the UK and USA are as different as night and day. Now let's dive into the world of words and expressions. When it comes to language, the pond that separates the United States and the United Kingdom might as well be an ocean. Let's begin with pronunciation. For instance, the Brits say schedule, while Americans prefer schedule when talking about their schedules. Spelling too can be a source of confusion. In the UK, they love their U's, so color becomes color, honor becomes honor. But in the USA, they prefer to keep things simple, dropping the U from these words. And then we have words that are entirely different. In Britain, if you're feeling ill, you might buy some paracetamol at the chemist. In the States, you'd buy Tylenol at the drugstore. And if you're hungry in the UK, you might eat a biscuit. But in the US, you'd nibble on a cookie. But it's not just about individual words. Each country has its own set of idioms and phrases that can leave the other scratching their heads. If a Brit says they're going to bunk off, they're not heading to bed but playing hooky. Meanwhile, an American might tell you to take a rain check. They're not talking about the weather but postponing plans. And then there's the classic British understatement. If something's not bad, it's probably really good. But in the US, not bad just means it's okay. However, there's a certain charm in these differences, a testament to the rich tapestry of language. They remind us that while we may speak the same language, the way we express ourselves can be as unique as our cultures. It's fascinating, isn't it? How two countries, sharing a common language, can use it in such distinct ways. It's these quirks and oddities that make language such a vital part of our cultural identities. So whether you're knackered or beat, it's all English, just a different kind. Next up, a culinary adventure across the Atlantic. Let's take a moment to savor the flavors of two distinct culinary worlds. On one side, we have the UK with its traditional dishes like the hearty full English breakfast. Imagine a plate filled with eggs, bacon, sausages, mushrooms, and a grilled tomato, all served with a side of baked beans and black pudding. A meal that's sure to get you going in the morning. Now let's cross the pond to the USA, where the smoky aroma of a classic American BBQ fills the air. Picture juicy burgers, tender ribs, and succulent chicken all slathered with a tangy, sweet barbecue sauce. It's a feast that's hard to resist. But it's not just about the dishes, it's about the portions too. In the UK, meals are generally smaller, while in the USA, the servings are famously generous. From fish and chips to hamburgers, the palate delight is endless. Let's now take a peek into the daily lives of Brits and Americans. It's a fascinating journey, filled with subtle contrasts and surprising similarities that paint a vibrant picture of life on either side of the pond. In the rhythm of daily routines, a Brit's day might start with a strong cup of tea, while an American's morning typically begins with a fresh pot of coffee. The UK workday tends to start and finish earlier than in the USA, allowing for a bit more downtime in the evening. And speaking of work, it's interesting to note that the British folks usually enjoy more vacation time than their American counterparts. When it comes to public transport, the UK boasts an extensive network of trains and buses, making it a popular choice for daily commuting. On the other side, Americans often favor their cars, owing to the country's vast size and suburban lifestyle. Shopping habits also tell an engaging story. Brits are known for their love of high-street shopping and local markets, where they can find everything from fresh produce to vintage clothing. Americans, on the other hand, are more accustomed to large shopping malls and online retail giants. Leisure time activities reveal yet another facet of these two cultures. Brits might unwind with a quiet evening at the local pub or a brisk walk in the park. Americans, in contrast, might opt for a lively baseball or football game, or perhaps a backyard barbecue with friends and family. Even holiday celebrations carry their own cultural flair. The British are known for their elaborate Christmas celebrations, with Boxing Day extending the festivities. Meanwhile, Americans go all out for 4th of July, their Independence Day, with fireworks and parades. So as you can see, everyday life in these two nations is a captivating blend of contrasts and commonalities, shaped by centuries of history and evolution. Whether it's a quiet pub in the UK or a lively baseball game in the USA, the essence of life differs. Now let's talk about the foundations of society, education and healthcare. Venturing first into the realm of education, the United States and the United Kingdom both exhibit robust systems, yet they possess distinct differences. The UK follows a national curriculum, offering a uniform educational experience across the country. On the other hand, the US education system is largely decentralized, with curriculum decisions often left to individual states and districts, fostering a more diverse educational landscape. The approach to university education also contrasts. In the US, a liberal arts philosophy encourages students to explore a variety of disciplines before specializing. While UK universities often focus on a single subject from the outset, costs can vary widely too. American students often face significant tuition fees, while their British counterparts enjoy a cap on tuition costs, potentially making higher education more accessible. Turning to healthcare, the differences become even more pronounced. The UK's National Health Service, fondly known as the NHS, provides comprehensive health services, largely free at the point of use. It's funded through general taxation, ensuring that healthcare is accessible to all, regardless of income. Contrastingly, the US healthcare system relies heavily on private health insurance. While some government-funded programs do exist for certain groups, many Americans must secure their own health coverage. This can result in substantial costs, particularly for those without employer-sponsored insurance. Quality of care in both countries is high, but the accessibility and cost can pose significant challenges in the United States. However, it's important to note that both countries are constantly working to improve their systems. The UK is exploring ways to manage increasing demands on the NHS, while the US continues to debate healthcare reform to increase accessibility and affordability. While both countries prioritize education and healthcare, their systems are as diverse as their cultures. Last but not least, let's tour some iconic landmarks. Imagine standing before the imposing Big Ben, its clock face gazing down upon you as it has for over a century and a half, echoing tales of British history. Now transport yourself across the Atlantic, where the towering Statue of Liberty stands tall, a beacon of freedom and a symbol of hope for millions. Each landmark, a testament to the nation's unique culture and history. The UK's Stonehenge, an ancient marvel shrouded in mystery, contrasts with the USA's Mount Rushmore, where the faces of 4 presidents are etched into the granite cliffs, a tribute to their lasting legacy. From the UK's regal Windsor Castle, the oldest and largest inhabited castle in the world, to the USA's Grand Canyon, a breathtaking natural wonder, the diversity is awe-inspiring. Whether it's the historical charm of the UK or the bustling energy of the USA, each offers a unique travel experience.